Atlas 767 Cpat landing gear and brakes. Most air-ground sensing occurs in the main gear. Tilt sensors on each main landing gear truck indicates when the aircraft is airborne or on the ground. The nose gear uses a compression and extension sensor to operate air-ground sensors. Stall warning, ICAS, caution and warning lights, and associated oral sounds are inhibited during takeoff after nose gear extension. Nose wheel steering is operated by the center hydraulic system or the backup reserve brake and steering system. Tiller on the captain's side provides 65 degrees of nose wheel steering. Rudder pedals provide up to 7 degrees of nose wheel steering. The tiller overrides the rudder. Minimum pavement width for a 180-degree turn is 146 feet. If center hydraulic fluid is low, an automatic isolation valve closes to ensure that the center one pump can pressurize steering with forward direction with fluid that is below the standpipe. The valve can be manually operated with the reserve brake and steering switch. Air speeds for landing gear operation. Normal operation, 270 knots, 0.82 Mach. Alternate extension is 250 knots or 0.75 Mach. When the landing gear lever is placed from down to up, the following occurs. The amber gear light illuminates to indicate that the position of gear and lever disagree, which indicates the gear is in transit. The amber door light illuminates. The nose, left, and right green lights extinguish as they leave the down lock, and the amber gear and door lights extinguish once the gear is up. After gear retraction and level off, the lever is moved, after gear retraction, the lever is moved to the off position to remove hydraulics from the landing gear actuators. Normal transit time is approximately 25 seconds. If the gear fails to retract in this time, an ICAS gear disagree message occurs. The doors light and ICAS message gear doors illuminate if any door is open after gear is extended or retracted. When the gear lever is moved from the up position to the down position, the gear light illuminates to indicate a disagree between the lever and the gear as it's in transit. The doors lights show doors unlock and open. The 3 green gear lights illuminate as the gear is down and locked, and the door light extinguishes as doors close. If any gear is not down and locked after approximately 25 seconds, the ICAS gear disagree light illuminates. Main gear is down and locked if both the drag brace and the side brace are locked. If either is not down and locked, the corresponding ICAS message, drag brace or side brace, is indicated. The alternate gear extension uses an electric motor to release the up locks for each gear. The gear will free fall to down and lock. Hydraulic operated doors will remain open after falling open. The guarded switch for alternate gear extension has a momentary down position. Hold for 1 second, the gear lever off. Doors will fall open, the gear will free fall to down and lock, which takes about 30 seconds. The green gear lights will illuminate. With the gear lever in the down position, the gear light extinguishes. The doors light will remain on as the doors do remain open. Alternate brakes are powered by the center hydraulic system. They are automatic on the failure of normal brakes. The only indication is a low right hydraulic system pressure. Right hydraulic system pressure normally powers the normal brakes. The alternate brakes use the same anti-skid controller as normal, but uses different anti-skid valves, which means the wheel brakes are controlled in pairs rather than individually. The reserve braking system is powered by the center hydraulic C1 pump using fluid from below the standpipe level. An isolation valve closes if center hydraulic pressure leaks occur. C1 pump only pressurizes alternate brakes and nose wheel steering in the case of alternate braking. The brake source light illuminates and the ICAS message brake source occurs if the normal, alternate, and reserve brakes are in op. Only accumulator brakes are available at this point. The normal, alternate, and reserve brakes fail, the accumulator isolation valve opens and provides enough pressure for one steady brake application. Parking brake is part of the normal braking system. It can be set using either normal or accumulator pressure. Parking brake light illuminates and the ICAS message parking brake is displayed when the parking brake valve is closed, locking hydraulic pressure to the brake. Brake temperature monitoring system, or BTMS, displays on the ICAS status page. For a BTMS value of 0 to 2, it displays a cyan number with a cyan box. For 3 to 4, it displays a cyan number with a white box. This is the normal range. For 5 to 9, it displays a white number and a white box. Any value greater than or equal to 5, the brake temp light above the landing gear lever illuminates. It is important to note that after use, the temperatures tend to increase over the following 10 to 15 minutes. This concludes the Cpat review of brakes and steering.